Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. I hope you're having a great day and great week so far. And welcome to this new video here on the markets. We're going to do a full market update. We'll take a look at altcoins. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. We'll do a quick analysis or a quick update on XRP and basically everything you need to know. So let's get right into it. The US market has just opened about 15 minutes ago, so that's why I'm making the video right now. Sometimes I make them before it. But today it was a relatively quiet day. We actually did have some moves in the morning and in the Signal group, for example, which there will be links down in the description. We caught a nice move on Celestia. Not a great coin to buy, not a great coin to invest in, but there was some trading possible this morning. But outside of that, it was relatively quiet. Now the US market has opened, so we expect more movement, more volume. We had some news with the initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims about an hour ago, but the data was very mixed. I mean, you can see 3 red numbers here, 2 previous adjusted numbers to higher values. One result was actually higher than expected, the other ones were lower than expected, and then one was adjusted to lower previously. So what that means is absolutely nothing. The dollar strength index barely moved. You can see that the dollar strength index in general is relatively bearish here, which is good for crypto, good for risk on assets, and I expect that to continue. Outside of that though, and also, look, what I said this morning is that I thought it was most likely that Bitcoin would get up to the top of the range right here, which you can see on the 4-hour time frame. We have formed some sort of a range. I said it's most likely Bitcoin will get up to this level here at 98,000, maybe 99,000. But I also said I don't expect us to break out above that. And one of the key reasons for that is that I don't really see any reason why we should be bullish on Bitcoin. There is some good news coming out, right? So there's some good news regarding Ethereum, the Ethereum ETF, and potentially staking coming for that. We had some other good news that the SEC was no longer going after DeFi platforms with some sort of argumentation they made last year. So there's definitely good news coming in, which is great, and that's also why there are some opportunities, and some coins are actually performing relatively well, or at least over the start of this day. But ultimately, if we look at other fundamentals, stocks, as you can see right here, are at all-time highs, and they're in an uptrend, but there's still a bit of a scare, and quite a few traders and quite a few investors are worried about some sort of a pullback, because in general, I mean, we've kind of been moving sideways for quite a long time already. So then a pullback is quite normal. And then outside of that, yes, the dollar strength index is relatively bearish here. But then if we take a look at some other statistics for crypto specifically, the total 3, so altcoins are still under the main resistance level, so they're ranging, so those are not bullish. The Bitcoin dominance is still extremely high, and a high Bitcoin dominance isn't necessarily, doesn't matter that much for Bitcoin, but that is an indication that we are not in a very bullish market circumstances. And then same thing for the USDT dominance. USDT dominance basically since, when was it, like the 3rd of February, has been consolidating here. And we need to see some sort of a bearish breakdown right here if we actually want to see real bullish momentum come into the markets. And there's no real indication that that's going to happen. All the bullish momentum we've seen over the course of today was actually with volume that was dropping down. Volume right now is lower than it was 24 hours ago. So then, can we expect a breakout? At this point of time, I would say no. The only way that I would see Bitcoin breaking above the main resistance level at 98,400, which is definitely a possibility, all right? You need to be aware of that. Like, I would say a bullish breakout at this point of time is more likely than a bearish breakdown below 95,000. However, we just need to see real volume come in, right? If we see a couple of $1 billion of volume coming in over the course of today, tomorrow, then we can actually break out and we can rally higher, because then there's actual bidding going on, which could be caused by news. Hopefully it's caused by news. It could also just be general DCAing, or Michael Saylor buying our bags. And the hope that I do want to leave you with for Bitcoin specifically before we talk about altcoins is that the Coinbase Bitcoin price is actually at a decent premium. All right, so there seems to be actual bidding coming in from the US, which is usually great and a great indication. So that's why I'm telling you, I think the bullish breakout is more likely, but some other things need to happen. All right, and if those doesn't happen, all right, so if we do not see a breakdown in the USDT dominance, or if we do not see more volume coming in, what I would say is most likely, which I will also tell you at this point of time is most likely, is that we'll do something like this, right? So we can actually spike up a bit higher, but ultimately, as long as those criteria are not met, I think we will reject and we will drop back down to 95,000. Now, talking about altcoins, XRP specifically is actually doing quite well, and there's some positive rumors. And I still think this has a good chance to actually break out above 2.75 and 2.7 here. Still has some decent leverage built up as well. So XRP looks pretty good and could even beat Bitcoin on the lower time frames. Outside of that, a lot of altcoins are very correlated. Now, there's a bit of a narrative, bit of a rotation. So there's a group of altcoins that tends to do well together. So that's Celestia, and then also Aptos, Sui, Injective, and one more that I forgot right now. Those are displaying some nice bullish momentum, and you can see, for example, to give you an example, Celestia right here has actually broken this range which we were in since the 2nd of February. Aptos has also broken a range which it has been in since the 2nd of February. So if we see some sort of good bounce, maybe some sort of a liquidation spike down, I think those coins are opportunities to buy. But I would wait for that confirmation of a liquidation spike, so something like this potentially, before buying them, or for the volume to go up again, because that's an amazing sign of bullish momentum as well. And then outside of that, I mean, Litecoin is still relatively strong, but I would not buy that. BitTensor, Tau is still very strong. Tau might be interesting, all right? If Tau drops down into this level right here at 400 and 300 and 370, that might be an interesting buy, as you can see right here, because that's the bottom of the range, which we have broken above. I'll leave that up to you, all right? Personally, I'll still have to, I have my price alert set, so I'll still have to make a decision when the price actually gets there. Outside of that, Sonic is still very, very strong, but it's not at a good trading point, I would say, at this point of time. And what more do we have? Ondo is at a decent price, and that's about it. I mean, obviously there's always coins that like smaller coins that tend to do well, but those are kind of the, like Ondo, you can see right here, it's at the bottom of the range. And what other coin did I mention again? Oh yeah, Sonic, you can see right here. Like, this is very bullish, that's for sure, but if you buy right now, the risk rewards just is not adding up. So I'd stick to coins like that, bit higher market caps, higher volume, that actually are showing signs of life, but wait for good entries, all right? Because these are definitely not easy markets to trade, and you can already see Bitcoin right now is rejecting quite hard. So be prepared for that. Ultimately, better times are coming, but for now, I would still be on the conservative side. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.